so happy to review the Tata Punch. So why I'm happy? Because a very good product. So that's how I'm gonna introduce the Tata Punch for you. So this will be called as a micro SUV, if you would like to call it that way. So it's actually below Nexon, and it's based on the Alpha architecture. So welcome to Pit Stop, guys. We are gonna drive and review the micro SUV from Tata Motors, the Tata Punch. Okay, so what is so special about this SUV is that this is actually based on the Altroz, on the Alpha architecture. So it's actually getting similar engine options. It's only available in petrol. We do have a manual as well as an automatic gearbox. So I'll tell more details about that. So before that, I would like to show you something, So I'm actually 100 kgs and I'm gonna sit very confidently on the Tata Punch, and still the bonnet is very strong. That means strong is directly proportional to safety. So we are gonna focus on few things about the Tata Punch. It's a very special SUV. It's a very fantastic SUV after my first drive. So I'm gonna tell you everything which I personally feel about the Tata Punch. So welcome to the review once again, guys. Welcome to the channel, and before getting into the video, please do subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So the first thing is design. So based on the Alpha architecture, this is really looking like a baby Land Rover, a baby Safari, a baby Harrier, or better than everything in my opinion in terms of design, because it looks like a baby Evoque in my opinion. Sleek headlamps, the typical Tata Harrier or a Safari or even the Nexon sort of headlamps here. Lower part of the bumper comes in black, and the body shade and the piano black finish, everything looks fine. So only thing which I am not convinced in terms of design, in terms of in the front end, is that this tri-arrow design. This is actually looking a bit odd because the size of the holes are pretty big. If it's something smaller, it would have been even more nicer, is what I feel in my opinion. But other than that, the front end has got some nice design cues, and it actually grabs attention. So here we have the air dent and air vents and all that. So here again we have that typical Tata tri-arrow design theme. So altogether, the Punch has really got that punch to gain some attraction, because it's actually a very attractive design, a very premium looking design, and overall I'm impressed with the way the Punch looks from the front end. So one interesting thing is that because of the higher ground clearance of the Punch, Tata Motors has actually provided an air vent over here. So what happens is that the air goes in when you are doing triple digit speeds, or even when you are going around a curve. Because of the high ground clearance of the car, just to bring a little more stability, or just to bring a little more safety, to give you more downforce, Tata Motors has given this option. So this actually goes up till the end, so that overall the car feels a little bit more stable. So overall, this is how the front end looks. I'm pretty impressed. And one more thing, we have actually got the automatic headlamps and automatic wipers as well. So I was actually checking how tall the Punch really is. Actually, we have got 190 mm of ground clearance. 190, guys. So usually typical hatchbacks or typical sedans, everything will have around 160 or something, but here we have got 190 mm of ground clearance, which is more than enough for your weekly adventures, more than enough for anything you can ask for, because that's a bloody good ground clearance. I would like to mention it that way. And we have got this black beading, so that even if you are going a little bit off the road and all that, you don't tend to damage your precious paint or anything. And another attractive feature is that squared wheel arches and all that. So apart from that, the typical Tata diamond cut alloy wheels in dual shade in 16-inch alloys. So even the tire size is like exactly proportionate to the size of the car. So I don't have much complaints about that either. And the best part, according to me, in terms of the Punch based on the Alpha architecture, is this one. Actually, the door opens up to 90 degrees, all the four doors. So what happens is that this will be extremely comfortable for your family, because you can easily get inside the car, you can easily jump out of the car because you have got so much space. Especially in small cars, this matters a lot because in small cars we feel like most of the cars or even hatchbacks, it will open only up to this much. Okay, so what happens is that we have to come this way. I'm talking about fat people or even taller people. Okay, I'm not talking about normal sized people. But in terms of the 90-degree door opening, what happens is that you can actually push the door up to this much. You can easily use all this space to go inside and come out of the car. You can literally jump in and jump out of the Punch. So that's one very useful feature if you ask me. And apart from that, the piano black roof on the top variant along with a sleek roof rails are looking very premium. I'm really surprised the way the Punch is looking like a premium SUV rather than a compromised budget SUV. Actually, this is going to be a budget SUV, but still it looks very premium. So just take a look at the sleek roof rails as well as the piano black roof. Very premium. So let's take a look at the rear end. So I'm actually more than happy to see the rear end design actually, because it's actually better than the Nexon, because I'm not a big fan of Nexon's rear end because unnecessarily they have done something over here and additional elements around that. This looks plain and premium. Actually this car looks way more premium than it actually is. That is the biggest highlight of the Punch in terms of the premiumness, I would say. So we have a Punch badging over here, we have a Tata logo, we have a camera, we have a parking sensor, and we have a sturdy back bumper as well. So that's about the back end of the car. We have rear defoggers, we have a rear wiper as well on the top end. So, and another thing is that the tail lights. So this is actually looking like a it's a typical tri-arrow designed tail lights, which is actually looking pretty attractive. And it's actually going all the way till here. So here towards the side of the car, it actually starts from here. So that's another premium feature of the Tata Punch. So apart from that, we have got a nice boot space of 324 liters, which is actually expandable up to even 366 or something. But the boot is like, I feel like even more spacious than whatever which is mentioned on the spec sheet, because it's actually very nice. And because of the tall design of the car, you can load your baggages up to here, and because of the ground clearance, you don't worry about making the car lower. So that's another beautiful thing about the Punch, a very spacious boot as well. So we have got a boot holder to close the boot. So that's about the design part. So I am very happy about the way the Punch looks. The top end actually looks with the dual shade and all, it actually looks very premium. So I'm pretty convinced with the way the Punch looks. It's actually, as I mentioned, it's way more premium than it actually is. So the interiors of the Tata Punch. So first thing I have noticed is that on the door pads we have actually got two bottle holders. Here you can place a bottle, here you can place a bottle, and you have got an umbrella holder as well. How cool is that? So that's actually the utility spaces inside the Tata Punch is pretty interesting. So I'm going to show you that. Okay, so I'm actually in the driver's seat. So the driver's seat is actually height adjustable driver's seat, and the first thing which you will notice is that the commanding driving position. You get a very good view up front, and even on the sides, because of the large windows, you get a very airy cabin. You feel that space inside, you feel that you are literally sitting inside an SUV. So that's the highlight, right? And overall the interiors are looking plush, premium, and I don't have any complaints at all. So let me start with the dashboard layout. So in the dashboard we have actually three different materials. One is the black finish, one is the beige finish, and the other one is the wooden finish over here. So that's actually looking very sleek and premium and all that. Even the AC vents are designed, I feel like, being a very basic interiors, I feel like the interiors of the Punch is the most well designed interiors of all the Tata cars, is what I personally feel. So there are a couple of reasons for that. I'll tell you that as well. So the interiors, back to the interiors, we have got a Harman Kardon music system. We have got an IRA Connect option, which is basically nothing but a connected car technology of the Tata Motors. I'll explain all the features of that later, but hope you know that IRA is the Tata connected car features. And we have got a leather wrapped flat bottom steering wheel on the top variant, and we have got cruise control. We have got what do you call it, all the audio controls and music controls on the steering itself. And then we have got auto headlamps as well as rain sensing wipers that I've already mentioned. And here we have a nice looking, similar to Altros, we have a very nice looking gear knob, and which is finished in leather as well. So overall the gear is so nice to hold, and because of the tall gear lever you get that punchy feel of driving an SUV. So that's the highlight here, something which I really like. And another highlight is that we have got two 12-volt charging sockets at the front. We have got one over here, and we have got one charging socket over here as well. So that's the biggest another highlight. And here we have got a key holder, and here we have got a small cup holders. And basically the utility spaces are very well designed and very much useful as well. It's not just that we have got utility spaces, but it is also that all the utility spaces are very useful. And this is the most useful utility space which I would mention. You can keep a mobile, you can keep your wallet, you can keep anything over here. And above that we have all the AC controls, very basic looking AC controls, but still I don't have literally any complaint at all. Here we have just a single USB port. So this is about the front dashboard layout and all that. Overall I'm pretty impressed. I don't have much complaints. Excellent view up front. And coming back to the infotainment instrument cluster, we have got the same, similar to Altros. On the right we have an analog speedometer, on the left we have an LCD color display which shows a host of information. And being a top end variant, this has got an city as well as a eco mode. So that's more like a green mode which will give you a better fuel efficiency, and city mode will be a little punchy to drive. So regarding the engine part and all, I'll tell you. So towards the right we have a start stop switch over here for the punch, and here we have got the city and economy. So this is the switch to change the drive modes. Okay, and here we have an option to even turn off the car and on when you're in the city traffic. So we can actually turn auto start stop switch is actually here. So this is about, and something which is very interesting and which is quite different from that of other cars is that actually the center lock, it works this way. This is lock, this is unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock. That's something very different, right? So I was actually searching for the center lock and finally found this option. So overall, very decent cabin, very easy to maintain cabin because of the black everywhere. And very impressed about the cabin quality and all that. So being an Harman Kardon music system, the music system will have typical quality of even the Altros or even the Nexon or even the Harrier. So I'm completely happy about that as well. So it's time to check out the second row of the Punch. Wow, such a lovely, spacious and basic cabin. Surprised because of the headroom, because of the legroom, and because of the seating position as well. Oh, again here we have got two bottle holders again on the door pads. So Tata Motors wants to make sure that you drink enough water when you're driving or traveling in a Punch. So we have got some nice hand rest, so two people can sit comfortably. Like, they'll be extremely comfortable for 2 and 3 people. Will be a bit of pinch, but still the Punch packs the punch because of the flat floor. Actually the middle person can comfortably sit over here. They'll not have much discomfort. So even when I'm sitting in middle, I do have a good headroom. I don't have complaints. Me being such a tall guy, so that's extremely comfortable. I don't have any problem. We do get a commanding view as well. So we feel like we are sitting on something pretty tall and not we are like sitting inside on a low car. So that's the highlights. I'm actually quite happy. We don't get any additional AC vents or any additional charging ports over here, but still this charging port can be utilized for the rear passengers as well. So here we get a small utility space. Other than that, there is nothing much to explain here. Two bottle holders and both the door pads, same beige finish on the door pads, and again the door handles and the seat belts to headrest and all that. So overall, surprisingly comfortable rear space. 3 people will be comfortable and perfect fit for a family. Can you believe that this is a 2-wheel drive SUV or mini or micro SUV, whatever it is, has gone through this sort of off-roading. So what you can see here is that we are in actually a huge ground where Tata Motors has set up an off-roading track where we are going to test the complete or else full capability of this machine. This is like, you know, really unbelievable. You are gonna see now what I'm gonna drive, or like how I'm gonna drive. The inclination, the declination, like, you know, the aperture, departure angle and all that is like incredible. I'm seriously going out of words, guys, sorry about that. So I'm gonna play in slush. I'm gonna drive it in its full capability. So let me drive the Punch through this track. It's very challenging. Let's kick start the drive. Okay, so what we are gonna do now is called as Ice Challenge. Okay, so it's actually only available, the Traction Pro mode. It's only available in the automatic variant of the Punch, which is basically nothing but an AMT variant. So actually how it works is that it's something very interesting. They have actually developed this option particularly for Punch. So it's not, I don't believe it's available in any other cars as of now. So how it works is that in case if you get stuck in ice, there is actually a way to get the car out. So that's what I'm gonna show you now. So I'm gonna put it in, okay, driving, and I'm gonna drive one wheel above the ice. One wheel above the ice. Okay. So handbrake. Okay. So I'm gonna put the handbrake and okay, now the wheel starts spinning. The left wheel is actually spinning right now. So now we are getting a notification that wheel stuck detected on the screen. Do you want to activate Traction Pro mode? And I'm gonna click yes. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that left foot braking with accelerator. So complete left foot along with accelerator. Okay. So actually the now, oh, great going. It shows great going. So now actually the car came out of the ice area or whatever it is. So basically how it works is that when you press the brake will work, or brakes will be applied only on the wheels which has got lost traction, if I'm not wrong.
It basically allows you, I mean, whatever wheel is spinning, the energy gets distributed and it allows you to come out of that ice.
So the energy will be, you know, given to all other wheels which has not lost traction, so that, you know,
to the other wheels,
to the other wheels, and
to the other wheel only drive.
To the wheels which has got lost traction, the brakes will be applied. So that's how it works, and you can you know, easily come out of the track ice. That's called as Ice Challenge over here. So that's pretty interesting, and this is actually only available in Punch as of now, and it's very user friendly. Anybody can, you know, use this feature. So we are gonna drive the Punch. Let's start. Okay, so first it will be a little bit slush, and I'll go. Okay. actually driving the Tata Punch in such an off-road track. Will you? I still can't believe that, you know, the car was able to, you know, tackle those terrain, tackle those situations. And because yesterday it was raining, it has got even more worse. So the instructors were like, a little bit confused, thinking whether if the car can make it. But still, it went like a cakewalk. Not a cakewalk, a little bit tough, but still the car managed to drive across that slush. And I was seriously scared about that, slope where the car was like almost in a very very low angle. So I was like a little bit tensed over there, thinking that this is a micro SUV with a two-wheel drive. So actually surprisingly everything was like pretty nice, and it did it with ease, I should say that. So coming to the engine part, we have the 1.2 Revertron engine. We are familiar with that engine. It has got 86 PS of power and 130 Newton meters of torque, and naturally aspirated. It comes in two options. One is the 5-speed manual which we drove earlier, and the other one is the AMT. So the AMT has got a traction pro mode which we actually demonstrated when we were driving through the ICE challenge. And other than that, to talk about the engine, the manual is fun to drive, I would say, because the AMT it's got its own sweet lag, and to drive inside the city, this is pure bliss because you can relax and drive. If you're driving an AMT, you will get ample amount of power, but not that fun element which you get in the manual, because in manual you can play up to 5500 RPM, you can enjoy the shifts and everything, you can squeeze the engine to its maximum. But when it comes to AMT, it's like it has got its own not limitations I would say, but still the AMT character, okay, let's call it that way. So that's what I feel about the Tata Punch. And so now this way that's the AMT lag. After hitting 5500, there is a very good noticeable lag when the gear shifts are happening. So that we all know how AMT works, but still it's a brilliant technology to drive inside the city and to get the same efficiency as that you get in a manual. So when I speak about the manual I was driving at a triple digit speeds, 120 km/h, and I was very confident. I didn't have much complaints. The car was stable and planted at triple digit speeds. Only thing is that the braking could have been a little bit better, considering the price of the car and all that. It is a decent braking, I don't have any much complaints. But when you're driving on triple digit speeds, you should be a little bit careful. But other than that, normal braking, normal city driving, normal highway driving, I don't have any complaints at all. I'm seriously trying to figure out a way to point out the complaints in this car, and I'm actually losing out the points because I'm not able to find the cons of the car. I'm still searching for that. So what is a Tata Punch? Tata Punch is actually a capable mini SUV, let's call it that way itself, because with 190 mm of ground clearance and with a small peppy engine, you can actually have so much fun. This is actually the kind of car which we need for our Indian roads, that is for sure, because with this kind of approach and departure angle, you can actually drive through Mumbai roads or Delhi roads or anything, even a little bit of off-road. Like you saw, right, how we drove the car off the road. It's actually surprising for me. So I'm actually very much surprised that, thinking about how capable this little cute SUV is. By the way it looks, it actually looks way more premium than it actually is. The 1.2 liter engine is actually little peppy, and it is a very efficient engine. You can go on road trips, you can go on you can drive it as your daily, and you will have so much fun with the space. And it's a proper 5-seater. 4 people can sit comfortably, and the 5th person on the middle little bit of pinch, but still it's going to create a new segment on its own, because it will be placed right below Nexon. I'm very confident that Tata Motors will be bringing up a very competitive pricing. So I'm seriously thinking, what are the cons of this car? It has got good space, it has got good features, it has got very good safety. I'm very much confident about the safety, and even Tata Motors are very much confident about the safety. With the way the car is built and with the way I felt when I was driving the car, I feel that this will get a very good crash test rating as well. So what are the cons. I'm still searching for the cons. We know that the 1.2 liter engine is not that a good a performer, but still for this car it works surprisingly well. So maybe by the way it is tuned, or maybe because of the dimensions, because of the body weight and all that, it feels peppy to drive. I don't have any complaints on that either. So I'll drive the car again and I'll search for the cons, like what are the improvement points which has to be done on the Tata Punch. And seriously, I told you about this part, right? So this is something which I'm not much in favor of. So other than that, I don't have anything much to talk or any much complaints. So Punch is going to give a punch in the segment to all the hatchbacks, because this is a dual purpose car. You can keep it as your small hatchback, you can keep it as your small tiny little car for the city drive, and also you can drive it out on the highways, out on your weekend getaways and all that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think Tata Motors should price this car in a very competitive way. So the base variant price should be around between 4.5 to 5 lakh. In that way you get the top end variant for like around 7.5 lakh on road. In that way I believe this is going to change the segment or create its own segment and become a threat for all the hatchbacks, especially for Maruti Suzuki and Hyundai and all that, because it's a capable SUV, lots of space and lots of fun. You will love it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any queries or concerns, please comment below. We can have a discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.